Beautiful day in downtown Atlanta, Georgia this afternoon. We're out here going on, it's a new side gig. It's our last Wandering Wednesday before the new year begins. And in the past, I've done dog walking services. I've tried to help ordain weddings and delivered a pizza. And today I'm doing kind of a prototype. Everyone watching at home right now, we are live. Will be kind of the, I guess, prototype for this. It's the live Zach's tours of downtown Atlanta. I didn't make a flyer. I wanted to make a flyer, but it would be, the idea would be like, I'll take you on a tour. We can't afford a Segway right now, so they won't be Segway tours. They'll just be me walking with you. Atlanta has sidewalks. That's what all the tour will say underneath it, underlined, italicized. Atlanta has sidewalks. We should use them more often. And it would be me walking down the sidewalk with a group of people instead of the Segways. Nothing against the Segways, but I think I enjoy walking more because you get a chance to really take in all of the buildings and the architecture. You get a chance to take in the weather, the climate that Atlanta has to offer, and you get to take a chance to meet people. Not many people will want to chat with you when you're riding by on a Segway. They'll want to, you're moving too fast, similar when I ride my bike. So today we're going to find a place to park, and then we're going to go walk and do a kind of a sample of what that tour is. This is the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I guess we'll just go ahead and start the tour off. Imagine if you were driving with me. I couldn't fit a whole group of people. Obviously the groups would be like 12 to 15 people. I'd probably stop at 15. But this is a group. This is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. They just built it, completed it. And that ring, that Mercedes-Benz logo, it lights up. So at nighttime you can see it all the way into other parts of the streets in downtown. So it's a nice sight to see. We're going to go on a tour today. We're going to have a good time. A lot of interesting things to talk about, a lot of interesting buildings to see. Forgotten gems of the past, forgotten landmarks of the past. If you're just now tuning in and you watched this a few days ago, you stumbled upon it, I always want to make sure everyone feels welcome. Matt Hutchinson, who does the show with me, the blonde-haired younger man, see, you hear trains right now. There's trains down here. This is still a city with a lot of old history. But Matt Hutchinson is he normally helps me swap on the swap shop, but on Wednesdays he has other obligations, so it's just me. But I like it that way. At first I was a little like, I don't know if I want to do this every Wednesday. Eventually I'm going to run out of things to look at. But Atlanta has so many things to look at, and I can go more places than just Atlanta because I have a corporate American Express card, so I can pay for airfare and maybe a train ticket and go somewhere and do that. So really the world is kind of our oyster. And speaking of that, we might go get some oysters by the end of this show because Atlanta has a great oyster spot. You wouldn't think, Atlanta has good seafood? Yeah, Atlanta has great seafood. You're gonna recognize a few places you might already see, but we're about to park and we'll start the official tour. And the last year I've been studying Atlanta, reading about Atlanta, downtown Atlanta, the history of this city. And today I'm kind of excited. This is almost kind of like finals, I guess you could say. Oh, we can't go there. I should have known that. I've been studying. I bet if you're watching at home, if he's been studying Atlanta, how come he doesn't know where to park? That's a good question. But if you think about, if you've been studying for finals, you would think, okay, so it makes sense you spend a lot of time and work on a certain project or an essay, and this is kind of like my video essay to the city of Atlanta, I guess, sort of. I think there's other people who probably know the city a little bit better than I do, but we're we're gonna give it our best shot. And maybe we'll meet some people along the way, and maybe we'll find some people who would be interested in being being on one of the tours. Look, here we go right here. This is something that they point out a lot in Atlanta. They are always filming movies in Atlanta. That's actually the new film, Daddy's Home 3, starring Will Ferrell. The second one was such a success that just came out like last month. They're making the third one already. And I believe they have, they're going to have a whole new cast after Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. So we're just gonna look for a place to park. Basically, this is gonna be the whole stream actually today, is looking for a place to park in Atlanta, in downtown. There's a lot of fire, there's a fire station, so there's a lot of fire trucks down here. They must have a fire truck convention here. I might ask that question if I see a passerby. Are they having, what is this, FireCon? Atlanta downtown has DragonCon, which is right over to your right. They celebrate that a lot. I'd love to see you come down sometime for that. It's a real fun time. People have they kind of just get into all sorts of behavior. For the sake of the show, I'm gonna park in here. Oh wow, that doesn't look like it's a nice curb to park on, but we're gonna try it. Just ease into it. There we go. This is parking lot number 6. And here we go, off to start our tours. But first we gotta pay for parking. Are you okay, Alexa? Do you need gloves or anything? No? So since it's a little cold out today, I thought I'd wear 2 layers. I was originally thinking of wearing my security jacket, but I don't want to actually give people the idea that I am security, and then either someone might run up to me and say like, help, help, there's a cat trapped underneath a bridge, or someone is trying to like, someone's going crazy and doing something bad, and they will expect me to help them. Because I mean, I would love to, Good Samaritan, I would love to help them, but I don't know if I would be capable of a real security guard's job. So I'm just wearing 2 shirts today. This is a flannel fleece. It's very warm underneath. I wear this a lot. Sometimes people at work think like, oh, Zach, you're still in swap shop gear. No, I just like wearing long black sleeves shirts. We can go over here to pay in our advance. This is how, if you've never been to the city, this is how easy it is to find a place to park. And it is a Wednesday afternoon though. But we can go over here and park. It says instructions. This is the phone number you're supposed to call if there's ever any issue. So you just call that number. They left that on there, that design. So press keypad, enter space number. I think we're number 6. Okay. And it's $5 and it expires at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's actually a good thing because I have more business I want to attend to down here tonight. Personal business. And we go ahead and enter our credit card. We operate on a swap-based economy, but unfortunately this doesn't take, oh, I don't think this might take. Oh, okay, well, all right, fair enough. Maybe I can pay with cash. But I just paid with a $20 bill, but I don't think it's gonna give me my change back. So I guess I'll just park here for 3 days in a row. Oh wait, no, it's making, oh yeah, no, it didn't give me my change back. Huh, great. Well, so if you see here, it says total. So it doesn't take corporate American Express cards. I should have just used my personal credit card. But it says total due $5, I paid $20. So I guess if anybody wants to borrow this from me, I'm willing to swap it. If you ever have a business in downtown Atlanta, this area is called Castleberry Hill. So I just gave the machine $20, which is fine. Oh, it says no tickets are non-transferable. Okay, well. All right, hold on 1 second. I put this away on my dashboard and then we'll get going. I guess I'll just save that receipt. Don't worry, and then I'll put the receipt into our computer system, and since we're doing this for entertaining content, we'll get my money back. Oh, no refunds issued for overpayment, I see. Okay, well, fair enough. I'm gonna adjust my bow tie and then adjust my microphone. I realize my microphone is underneath, so just bear with me if you hear a bit of a sound. Okay, there's the microphone. Hello, welcome. Okay, great. I'm gonna tuck in my shirt and then we can start the tour. So you might have seen it in the background, but we're gonna get a little closer look at it. And it's one of the biggest television shows in American history. I think it's gotten the most ratings actually ever out of television. A few years ago it got a lot of ratings. So ratings are when a lot of people watch your show. It's like a view count on YouTube for people who don't watch TV and are cord cutters. So this show is called The Walking Dead, and they originally filmed. This is how the tour starts. Okay, everything's ready? Okay. Hi, come on with me. This is Zach from Zach's Downtown Tours of Atlanta. We're gonna think of a better name. This is just a sample tour. If you look behind you over there, that's the Mercedes-Benz building. How many of you drove over here in a Mercedes-Benz for this tour? Well, you probably helped pay for a part of that building to be completed because you paid for one of their cars. Now, if you look over here, they filmed, how many people like watching The Walking Dead, and did you watch it in your Mercedes-Benz car if you had a DVD player in the back? Okay, well, if you watched The Walking Dead and you didn't watch, it doesn't matter if you watched it in the Mercedes-Benz. If you like watching The Walking Dead, we're gonna cross over here, and you're gonna recognize a key building in one of the opening credits of the movie, or the show. So this building is where they had the opening credits. Right over here of The Walking Dead, that's that building. The zombies are coming out at them. This is actually just the whole background. We're going to cross the bridge and go over to it. And then up here, if you look ahead, this is where they have the, how many people here are firefighters? Okay, well, have you ever been to a FireCon? It's like a San Diego Comic-Con, Dragon Con, which is down the street down there. This is the FireCon. This is where they have a lot of different fire trucks, different trucks, older trucks, all park here. And then you might be asking yourself, well, Zach, what do they do if there's a fire? Be careful of the glass. This is a glass on the tour. We're just gonna move this out of the way. We did a recycling show a few months ago, and we could do that today, but I don't think probably spend the whole hour picking up all those pieces of glass. So here's the fire, it's the FireCon. If I'd known it was happening, we'd just be doing the whole tour here. Fire trucks are great. They provide water. They've been around since cities have been around. So the city of downtown Atlanta started, and the first thing they decided to make was this fire station. They said, well, before we build anything, we need to build something that will put out fires if anything catches on fire in the future. So they built a fire station. FireCon's free to enter. You're more than welcome to take pictures on this tour. And if you look out to your left, this is north. If you look, that's all north. You can see the CNN Center. Then there's that sign that says that's Phillips Arena. That's where Katy Perry played last night. It says Atlanta on it. They didn't cross in the A's, but that's a design choice. You can still tell that it's Atlanta. It's very minimal. If you come over here, we're gonna go ahead and go look at the bridge for The Walking Dead. Normally, you'd be able to cross this bridge. And the show, that's where Daryl, Norman Reedus' character, he worked at an office building, and he worked in that building, and then the zombie apocalypse happened, and he said, we're gonna, forget this, I wasn't meant to work at an office, and then he got it, that's where that character became known. This is a train. Atlanta used to be called Terminus, the city, which meant basically it was a city with a lot of trains. And that train, this will go all the way south. You might be wondering where it goes. Well, if you look up your maps, this is a prototype, but in the tour you'll actually have a map on your phone. You can follow the train tracks. Sometimes I zoom in on the maps real close and just follow the train tracks all the way out of the city and just keep going until I either get tired and fall asleep or until I find where it goes. But trains go all across from Atlanta. They're all intersecting. So if you look at a map, even now, the highway 75 and 85 and Highway 20, they're all crisscrossing. You can go anywhere in the United States from Atlanta. I guess you could go anywhere on the road as well, anywhere, because the roads all get to you somewhere. This is a new program they're calling this, they're relay bikes. They're great. You put in a credit card, you take the bike out, you get to ride it and take it to the next destination. It's a lot quicker than walking, but if you don't get to walk, you don't get to take in the full city and the full experience. I really thought we were gonna walk across the bridge, but I guess it's closed to pedestrians. It looks like it might be crumbling. Oh, Baby Driver, yeah. This is probably a Baby Driver. Everything actually, that's a good big thing. I'm using old dated tours. So we had a question on the tour, wasn't this movie, this and Baby Driver? Yes, it was in the film Baby Driver. This was, I think, actually they're filming Baby Driver 2 over there right now. Those are the production vans and trucks. This was his apartment. He lived in one of the top parts. Just to let everyone know on the tour today, my stress level is actually, I'm stressed. This is a biodot. I'm gonna break character from doing the tour guide and tell you for real. This was actually given to me today at work. We're trying to calm down for the holidays. The holidays are a difficult time of year. It can be stressful. You're trying to think, what gift should I get for somebody? How am I going to do this holiday tour thing and make it interesting for an hour? So you think, how can you keep yourself relaxed, calm? And if you look, each color tells you purple is deeply relaxed, blue is tranquil, green is calm. If it's the color of your skin, it's involved. If it's a little darker, it's tense. I guess if it's the color of your skin, if you might have my skin color. But if it's beige, it's involved. Darker brown, it's tense, and black is stressed. I'm still stressed, and I've been wearing it for 2 hours now. So we'll be checking in on this. Don't worry, I'm still going to give you an excellent tour of the city. I'm still an excellent tour guide. I just wanted to let you know if I seem a little jumpy today, or I seem like I'm a little, my words aren't flowing as natural, just to let you know I'm a little stressed. But that's okay, come on for the tour. At least I'm being transparent, I'm an honest tour guide. Now normally we're gonna cross that bridge, but it looks like we're gonna have to cross the next bridge up here, so we're gonna go for a slight walk over here. Taking the scenery, taking the sounds of the trains. Imagine you're on that train going to your next destination. You're not at work right now, you're at school taking finals. What do I get so far? An A, a B, a C? If you were reviewing me live, you can go ahead and let me know at the chat room if you're watching this on adultswim.com in the live stream section. If you're watching this on your app, I don't think you can chat. But you can email us at williams.swap@gmail.com and say, give me a report card. I think we can get to this bridge. Yeah. Should we go on the other bridge? No, this bridge is fine. I trust this bridge, or this route. So a lot of apartments are here in this area. As you can see, a lot of people live here. They just recently moved in. It's a nice, relaxed neighborhood, but it's in the city of Atlanta. I guess this is one thing on the tours that we're doing. You might be walking into a film set at any minute. You just never know. That building is just, actually, it's just children that live there. It's like, if you're young, like there's a Disney show called Smart Guy where he went to college when he was like 13. If you're young and you're smart, you skip ahead of college, you get a career, and you can start living in your own apartment. I should have worn my security jacket today. I was thinking, now that I think about it, I should have worn it. Hello. Hi. A gun? Oh. Oh my goodness. No. Are you guys filming a movie?
Yes.
Oh, cool. What movie?
It's a TV show called The Resident.
The Resident? Okay.
I think it's premiering shortly. I mean, they may have released one already, but
Okay.
you know, it's just starting. It's brand new, fictitious hospital
Okay.
called Chastain Park Hospital.
Great. We're trying to cross over where they filmed The Walking Dead. I'm doing like a prototype, a sample tour for people if I were doing a real tour.
Yeah.
Make sure one of those zombies doesn't get you.
Right. That's what I was worried about. But then the fence is up, so I thought we'd go around. Does this lead to the other bridge, or am I going in a complete wrong direction?
I'm not talking about one of the zombies in the movie. I'm talking about one of the zombies that live here.
Oh, really? There's zombies that live here?
You wouldn't believe it if I told you.
Wow. And that's gonna be some good content for the tour, I think.
Don't you remember the guy in Florida on the turnpike?
Oh yeah, he
Didn't have any clothes on. He was on top of a guy. He hung side of his face.
What?
The state trooper came up.
Oh yeah.
Told him to stop, and he didn't. And he charged the trooper.
Yeah.
The trooper shot him and killed him. Should have shot him and killed him before that.
Wow.
But anyway, make a long story short, he was taking bath salts. Just like
Oh,
what
yeah.
the lady filmed, you know, you would soak in,
Yeah.
taking bath salts.
Wow. So he was like a
And then
real.
alters. Well, I got a buddy at Grady Hospital, and he says that alters your
Yeah.
something about your left brain lobe or the right brain lobe.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be, maybe that's a plot point in The Resident, in the show they're filming. There's a character that turns into a zombie and have to fix him at Chastain
Drugs
Hospital.
are bad, and that's what's caused a lot of this
That's
stuff
right.
today is drugs.
Yeah.
We
should
do
stay
our
away
best
from
to get
them.
rid of it.
Absolutely. Don't do drugs, and you'll probably have, your life will be a lot better.
It's about a group of people that have graduated from med school
Yeah.
and they're doing a resident.
Oh, okay. So no zombies.
At Chastain.
Yeah. One of my coworkers that we work with at our streaming show, she actually took a drug test and tested. She failed. She'd smoked marijuana.
Yeah, that's a no-no for me.
Yeah. So when she failed the drug test, I said,
What you need?
Oh.
We'll put that on the news.
But anyway, what were you looking for?
Oh, we're trying to get to that bridge.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not.
Okay, I think I'll be able to figure it out. We're just walking.
Atlanta native. I'm not familiar with this part.
Oh, okay. We'll be able to figure it out.
Good luck.
All right, thank you. Have a good afternoon.
All right, be safe.
Thank you. I thought when he stood up when I said that our coworker did drugs, I thought he was gonna like whisper, who is it? So then I would have to rat at Alice. So that's a dead end. So we're gonna just keep going up here and then we're gonna turn left and we'll circle back around. What I love about old downtown Atlanta is the old brick. You don't get to see a lot of it, but I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, where this is all you see is brick. So you see a lot of old buildings are built in brick. This part of the city, it's like a lot of sirens. Let me pull up my map and see if this is gonna take me to that bridge. So people are calling me on Skype. I'll be taking some Skype calls. Let me just look at the map first. Okay. And then if you wanna, while I look at the map, you can check my stress level. Still black, but so hopefully we'll find a place that we can kind of calm down, relax, and then I can let my stress levels ease up. Oh, okay, yeah, this will take us right across that, I think this will take us across. Yeah, let's go this way. This is also an arts area, an arts district. That people come down here. They go to a lot of artist galleries. Artists live here. It's a really affordable place to live. You can find really cheap apartments. That's a joke, actually. I think it's a little more expensive, pricier. So if you are an artist, this probably wouldn't. A young artist, this might not be the place you'd want to move into. Hello. Skype. This tour has kind of gone off the rails because I wouldn't have probably talked that long. Hello? Okay. Hey, how are you? I can't, hang on, my speaker needs to be on. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. I hear you're stressed out.
I'm a little bit stressed, yeah. Can you help calm me?
I've got my singing bowl here to relax you a little bit.
Okay, let me just get around the corner here. It's a little windy, and then we can listen to it. I'm actually more stressed, I think, because I just put $20 in that parking meter when it only costs $5.
What a ripoff!
Yeah. But I prefer, like, you know, when you get ripped off, you don't want to talk about it too much because you don't want, it just makes you more stressed, I guess, more upset.
Live and learn, Zach. Live and learn.
And we're on a small little sidewalk. I've never seen a sidewalk this small. One of my flyers on the tour would say, big sidewalks you can walk in them, but you can't ride a Segway down this. You would have to walk. All right, I'm gonna close my eyes and just listen. I'm not hearing anything. Oh. Hello? Can you hear me? I don't hear anything. He's doing a singing bowl. Maybe I muted it. I can't hear, where's my camera? I couldn't hear anything. Are you there now? Yeah, for some reason my microphone isn't. We're gonna wander down. I think it helped Rex a little bit, but we're gonna wander down to the bridge and maybe I'll have a little bit of tranquility there and we'll figure that out. But we have to be careful of zombies is what I've been told. I'll talk to you later, Elk. Bye-bye. Okay. We have to be careful of cars, actually. I'm more afraid of cars hitting me. Honestly, I'm more afraid. I ride my bike a lot, so I'm afraid I'll get hit by a car. More so than I am someone eating my face, some bath salts, or someone trying to kill me. So there's some art right there. It's at Castleberry Hill. It's kind of got a cool way to decorate your garage. Actually, could we do it if you on that side, and I'm gonna come around this side and just look. This will be a promo for my tours of Atlanta. Hey, it's Zach's Tours of Atlanta. We look forward to having you here. We travel all across the downtown city of Atlanta. You're 100% safe with me, and I know everything there is to know about the old brick that builds these buildings, and also the history beneath the brick. So come along on a tour with me to Atlanta. It's very cheap. We're not going to be riding Segways. We look forward to seeing you there. And this will be the part where it's Zach's Tours of Atlanta. A little behind-the-scenes piece of action there. To be honest, I have lived in Atlanta for 6 years now, and I've never walked down this part of the city, actually. I've been to Castleberry Hill, but I've never walked on this road. And the goal, I think, for the Williams Street Swap Shop, for as long as we do the show, is every Wednesday to try and walk down every part of the road in the city of Atlanta. So as you can see, they're filming a lot of movies. They're filming The Resident. And then across, they're filming Baby Driver 2. They filmed The Internship here, starring Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn. It was one of my favorite films of the summer of 2013. It was all about how they had to get a job at Google, but they're older, so it was kind of funny because they had to work an internship. And this is one of my favorite things, actually, to break that chain of thought, is to see old brick roads. You don't get to see this very often in Atlanta. And then if you're on a Segway tour, you wouldn't be able to go over this because if you notice on the sidewalks a lot, there's no way to end. You just ramp off of it. But the brick, this is what used to be underneath the pavement when you're driving. You would hear the horses come down. And if you lived in one of these houses, you'd think, okay, that's the mail carrier, or something like that. Or hey, that's my Zifty, they're bringing me my food. But a horse wouldn't believe, they didn't have that back then. You couldn't order Zifty. That's the interesting thing about being on the tour here. So, this is an old brick roads. That's what you want to look at when you're looking at Atlanta, and the horses would come down. And then the sewers, they weren't there yet. But the sewers came from Roman times. They were aqueducts. So sewers have been around longer than brick roads. So if you look down at the roads sometimes, it's just amazing to think about. Now they take cars and Ubers and Lyfts. But before, they took horses and carriages, and there was just a via. The roads have always never, they might change someday. They might put, have you read about the solar power roads? We're still on the tour, but we got to get going out. If we do this, I know some of you want me to talk for 3 hours. We want to talk about the sewers of Atlanta and the roads, but I know you want to kind of see other buildings. We haven't really gotten to see a lot of old buildings. I love old buildings. Okay. Oh, here's the bridge. Yeah, we'll go this way. So over there, you can see it from way far away, but that's the Georgia Capitol. It's got a gold rotunda. That's Sherman's, there's a historical marker. Sherman's march, General Sherman marched from the Union Army south. That's where he burned the entire city of Atlanta to the ground. They had to rebuild, and that was one of the first buildings they rebuilt, was the Capitol, to commemorate, to remember that. But also, it's a beautiful Capitol building. If you ever go inside, sometimes it's a nice little day trip. We can't do it on the tour today, but it's a great place to go inside. And what do you know? It's McCoftry's Ice Cream, a happy place. Stop on by McCoftry's Ice Cream. Even in the wintertime, I tell you, you gotta indulge in it. They're not open right now, but even when it's a little cold outside, a little chilly, go inside and grab a scoop, and you're gonna love the tour even more. But don't drop any. I'm a messy ice cream eater. I'll be dropping scoops on the ground. It'll be melting and hitting the concrete. This is Old Lady Gang. It's a Southern eatery. It's a new restaurant. Here's another art gallery. This is from one of the characters, the Game of Thrones gallery. That's their house sign. I'm still a little miffed about putting that $20 bill in that parking meter, but that's okay. I'm glad that I had cash. If I didn't have cash, I guess I could have used my regular credit card, but I don't think that it would have taken that either. This is some more older brick buildings. That part wouldn't have been on the tour. I don't think people would want to hear. This is a sample tour. I don't think people would want to hear me talk about complaining about the tour, that sort of thing, like complaining about my money, my finance. They would have, by now I think someone would have said, well, you should have had a $5 bill, or you should have brought a card that it worked. So this is the Walking Dead building again, from The Walking Dead. This is the only building I've really talked about. And these are the train tracks. That was the bridge we tried to cross, so we're making a little bit of progress. That's straight up north. So about 3 miles north of here is our headquarters at William Street, Turner Broadcasting. But about, well, maybe 2 miles. And then down here, that's the CNN Center and the train tracks. And here comes a train right now. We can just watch it. Maybe this will be my chance to kind of calm down. feel the hot, there's like fans coming off of the train. You always think in movies if someone were to jump and they land onto the train, I would worry. You could probably do it. And then it would take you south. Run away from whatever problems you're having. I don't think your stress dot would change colors though. Mine is still a little dark. I can see a hint of some yellow breaking through those. So if I look at my biodot card, it means I'm involved. Which makes sense, I'm involved with the show today. I think it's starting to try and do that. But if I'm stressed all day, I guess we'll figure out. It works best when used at normal temperature. So it's about 48 degrees outside today, so maybe that's why it's not really considered normal. It's kind of a nice place to collect your thoughts. I am worried they might think I have, at first when the train was coming by, they thought maybe that I was gonna like try and throw something at it, or my mind immediately goes to they think I'm trying to do something wrong. I just wanted to watch the train. But sometimes they see people by themselves and they think maybe that, you know, he's not of right mind. But then I can show them my stress dot and say, I'm just a little stressed and I'm looking at the train to relax. Get it in the sunlight more often, maybe it will. I don't know, we might have enough time to make it to the Capitol. Normally I go fishing or I bring something with me or a guest or something, but today we're just doing the tours of Atlanta. If you're just now tuning in, it's William Street Swap Shop. If you're wondering where the background, the wooden grain set is, we'll be back tomorrow. And we have a lot of things to resolve. Our last 2 shows of the entire year, tomorrow and Friday. And then we'll probably maybe have a little special surprise next week, but I don't want to say too much in case it doesn't happen. But this is our last Wednesday that we're gonna be outside wandering, looking at things, and I thought what better way than to relieve the stress from the holidays than to go downtown Atlanta. It's a beautiful part of the city. It doesn't get frequented, to be honest, as often, but there's new things that are going up in the city. There's art galleries and there's creative spaces that people are going to, and it makes it a real fun, exciting time. That's a beautiful, that building, how, if you look far at the end, it's a kind of, this building almost has its own stress dot. And I understand that. It's been probably vacant for quite some time. Now they just use the building for its looks to be filmed inside of, because it's a little older, I think, and I would imagine the insides are a little decrepit, but this used to be a facility. And as I said, it was Baby Driver's apartment. Over there is the Capitol building. I guess we'll just go ahead and walk towards that way until we, maybe we'll find somebody who's interested in the tour and we'll take them on the tour, see if they're interested in hearing a little bit about what I have to say. That building up there peering through the top, you can kind of see it. That building is actually where, that was one of the first skyscrapers. They call them skyscrapers. Can you imagine that's what they call a skyscraper? Now skyscrapers, they go up so high, daredevils are climbing them and doing stunts, but that was one of the first skyscrapers of Atlanta, and that's also where they filmed in The Amazing Spider-Man. That was the Daily Bugle. And actually, I think on Spider-Man, he was waiting for a bus at one of these, this sidewalk right here. If I got hit by a car today doing this show, though, I just want to let everyone know that I really appreciate the time that you've spent watching our show. Like the past 2 years, this year especially, it seems like we've had a lot of fun ideas and creative visions. And I'm really happy that people will sit at their computer and watch what we're doing. Sometimes, to be honest, it's a last-minute idea or a last-minute thought. Thank you. And you say, okay, let's go downtown to the city and explore. But then some days you get to go to the Humane Society and listen to one of your favorite musicians record music with the dogs. Hello. Pretty good. Daydreams. That looks like an interesting place. Maybe we could come back and frequent. Oh, I came to this bar one night, actually. I remember it was an after party, and they were open longer than they were supposed to be. I remember coming here, and they have a backyard. When I was in my 20s, I turned 30 on Monday, so I can no longer say I was in my, but I mean, it was in my 20s I came there, and it was like 4 in the morning. Most places have to close at 2 or 3, but they were still open, and it was the scene was really vibrant. People were really having a good time. Here's Iron Palms Tattoo Google. So this is actually Google. It's similar to Mr. Robot, how he set up shop in a arcade. Google actually is operating out of there. That's just a fun little secret that you're not going to get on any other tour. And that's a Google mattress. If you don't know what a Google mattress is, Google it. It basically just adjusts to your body. It's like a Tempur-Pedic, but it adjusts to your body, and then it will heat up or vibrate to wake you up. This building over here to our right, it's an old brick, a lot of old bricks and archways at the top. I don't know what business used to be there before it, but if I had to guess, it looked like it was probably a department store or of something of that kind of retail store. So if you imagine you take yourself back maybe 80, 90 years ago, people walking up and down the street, hey, are you gonna go to the new department store? Yeah, sure, I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, they just dropped a brand new pair of sneakers. Or a new pair of loafers, I should say, because that was what the people were really into back then. Down there is, there's a popular, I'm just worth noting, this tour, my tours are PG, but it's just worth noting. We're not gonna go there, but it's a strip club called Magic City. It's where they film a lot of music videos, and a lot of people who work in the music industry like to spend time there. But what I love about walking around in the city is you get to see all these beautiful different buildings and to imagine what life used to be like. One thing Atlanta doesn't, we've seen a lot of when we've gone on our trips, is we've seen a lot of trees, but we don't get a lot, you don't see as many, you see trees, but you don't see as many down here because we're in the city in the forest. Up here is actually a pretty good street intersection. Actually, I came to a show last night, that show that I mentioned yesterday, with Ochi, Flamingo Shadow, and Sound of Sirius. Hello. They had a concert here, and this is where we were staying. This is art by our friend Black Cat Tips. So there's his name, his artist name, Black Cat Tips. I believe he just completed this. But it's always good to see his artwork. It's all over the city. Can you imagine seeing that little smile starting your day when you're in the city? And how could you not enjoy some more of his art over here? I really like this one. That's a pretty cool piece of art. You can pick whatever one you like the best. I like this one a lot too. It's a little parent and its child. And they love to lick things. And this one's pretty creative because where the dirt and sediment come out of, it's coming out of its mouth. And then it has trees for its head, so you could almost argue that this is the planet Earth, and then this is the waste that is people litter, I guess. Yeah, pretty powerful stuff on this tour of Atlanta. There's a problem actually in St. Louis, Missouri. A lot of old brick buildings are being torn down and their bricks are being taken to other parts of the country to build new homes or new businesses. And I see a lot of old buildings here. And it is a beautiful thing to look at the bricks on the buildings. It takes you back. It's an interesting thing to look at. So this is Peachtree Street. We finally made it to Peachtree Street. I saw a billboard yesterday that said, I'm not gonna name the brand, but it said, if you can give the right direction to the right Peachtree Street, you deserve, and it was the product they were selling, you deserve this product. Like a pat on the back. This is Peachtree Street, we made it. Peachtree Street runs all the way north up into Buckhead in Atlanta, and it runs all the way south past Atlanta. It's one of the main, it was the first street ever built in Atlanta. They named it Peachtree because Georgia, the official fruit of Georgia is peach, and there's so many, all these trees used to be peach trees, similar to how all these buildings used to maybe be businesses or residences, similar to now. Then all these used to have peaches on them, but the peaches fell and they couldn't grow them back. History, times change. Is that mine? Oh wow, I can't believe I dropped that. Thank you, Alexa. I guess it's time, that means I dropped it. So, I'm still pretty much stressed. I actually feel pretty relaxed. When we do the swap shop, I'm usually pretty relaxed. But maybe going downtown isn't the best place to go, because there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of buildings that do kind of obstruct the scenery. But buildings are beautiful in their own right. Urban exploring, urban architecture, it's beautiful. We're over here. This is a funny story. I didn't, every time you have a birthday, you have to pay for new license plate stickers on your car. And when I had a car at the time, my license plate stickers expired and I lost my, basically you can still drive, you won't get in trouble, but I got a traffic ticket. I had to go to court, and the court was over here. And at court, the bill was $175. So let that be a lesson if you're driving and you have expired plates, try and get them taken care of quickly. Excuse me.
Sorry.
It's okay. Just doing a tour of Atlanta. See, look, here's $7 and they take credit cards. I wonder if anyone put a $20 bill in and didn't get their money back. I guess it's just something I'm having a hard time thinking about. I really love this. This is my favorite building in Atlanta, actually. That building right there. I feel like there's somebody up there who sits at the very, very top of the windows and watches over everything. Not a superhero, not a rich person, but just someone up there who's kind of the overseer of the city. I imagine if it zooms in and then you zoom out, like a synth song plays, and then the text of the show will pop up, whatever we're doing if we're making a show. And it would be called The Watcher. We're creative, we try to be creative. Wow, we've been walking a lot. I'm sure I'm tired. Would you guys like to take a break? A break on the tour, I guess I'd just be like, now would be a time to stop at a business to get ice cream or something. But I guess we have to keep moving forward. Capitol building is just over there, but there's not very, start praying looking up. So they laughed at the end of it. Some people say LOL, some people write tee. When you see all these signs in the city, and you see a lot of people moving and coming and going, and you see cars and traffic and the noise of the city, it is hard sometimes if you are wearing a biodot to try and relax and calm yourself down. But I think you can find a place, whether it's a friend to Skype in, or you can find a place in the city, a little corner that's yours, whether it's a little park or a tree or a corner that you would sit at, a bench, and relax. Try and not get hit by a car and keep your stress levels low. Now a lot of people say, oh, this is still Peachtree Street, but there's a West Peachtree Street, and then there's a Peachtree Lane, and there's a Peachtree Avenue, and there's always the joke when you go to Atlanta, you're gonna get lost and there's too many Peachtree Streets. So there's, on the corner up here, there's Mammal Gallery, which is where you can go if you're playing in a band. Excuse me, if you're playing in a band or you like to do art. It's a really cool art scene. This is the vibrant part of Atlanta where the arts are thriving. People come down here and make zines, and then now people come down here doing an online streaming show. But I don't have anything other creative to look at. I'm just, I guess, reliving my memories from last night. I had a fantastic time with friends, and maybe that's what it's all about. Maybe if I was wearing this biodot last night at this concert, you would have looked at it and it would have been purple. I would have been in a deep, basically not falling asleep because I had a good time, but in a deep, tranquil relaxation. And it's so colorful, it's so relaxing to look at. They're not open right now, but it's called the Mammal Gallery. If you ever want to come check out a Mammal Gallery when you're in Atlanta, it's a great place to look at art, see a band, see a film, and relax. And if you're wearing a biodot, I guarantee it will probably change to another color. You can just walk in the street pretty much if you want. So there it is. It's a lot of great art to look at. We did an episode of the Williams Street Swap Shop once with Mason when he played live on the acoustic guitar for tickets to a concert here, and we used this as the green screen. But this is the real background of it. Would this be something interesting? Did you enjoy the tour? Is it would you want to come to this? Oh yeah, and that's the Downtown Players Club. That's another art space. So just about 12 hours ago, I was out here helping Mason load in some musical instruments right here in the corner. And there's a gentleman out here telling Mason that he was aroused by Mason's playing of like guitar. So I think it was a good time all in all. Everyone had a good evening, and sometimes it's nice to come back and reflect on it. And honestly, that was the idea for today's streaming episode. Last night I said, I should walk around downtown and do a tour of Atlanta because not many people get to see it. Not many people come down here. It had been a while since I've been to the Mammal Gallery, so it's always a great place to look. Just look in the places in your city. You never know what's around the corner, what's waiting for you, and maybe do your tour of your own. And if you'd like to do a tour with me, feel free to email me, owenwilsonfan1@gmail.com, and we can set up a tour. But in the meantime, I think you can email us at williams.swap@gmail.com if it's about Swap Shop. I think that does it for us. Well, I'm gonna look at my dot one last time. So it looks like basically coming over here, actually maybe last night wasn't as memorable because it's gotten darker. Last night was really memorable. I guess it's just I'm more stressed that I didn't get a lot of sleep. So I'm thinking about 12 hours ago. Wait, I was here, yeah. I should have been in my bedroom asleep. I'm just gonna find a nice bench now to sit down on and reflect on the year. I hope you have had a good year, reflect on your year, and we look forward to seeing you here tomorrow. It'll be a fun afternoon tomorrow. We're gonna have a lot of great things. Kobe's eggs are probably going to be hatched tomorrow, Friday, so we need to, if you haven't called in, tomorrow is all about calling in and nurturing Kobe's eggs. Call in, sing a song, come up with something that is really fun, or send in a video of yourself and we can play it. Email us at williams.swap@gmail.com. Send in a video of yourself talking to Kobe's eggs. We'll put them up, put your video up by the eggs. We can make it interactive. It will be really fun. We can have you Skype in and talk to the eggs and give them kisses, whatever you want to do. Thanks for watching and going on this little adventure with me, a little field trip outside into downtown Atlanta. I'll be down here for the rest of the day, and actually the next 3 days, because I paid for 3 days of parking. So you'll see me around here walking around, working on practicing giving tours. So I hope to see you there, and we'll see you back here tomorrow in the meantime. I'm just gonna walk this way now. And then just feel free to cut out whenever, or just keep watching, I guess. Yeah.